Welcome to
One Take Old Movie Reviews.
I'm Barbara,
And I'm David,
and tonight's movie is...
the man who knew too much.
It's an Alfred Hitchcock movie starring James Stewart.
Doris Day, and the only other big name I recognized was Carolyn Jones.
Oh, okay. Oh, yes. She's really pretty. I don't remember what else she's in, but she was in a lot of shows and movies.
Anyway, the story, want to go into the storyline?
Well, it's an Alfred Hitchcock, like I said, and it, of course, kept your attention, like Alfred Hitchcock movies do. It's a man and a woman. He's a doctor from Indianapolis, Indiana, and they take their young son to Morocco by way of...
They've been in Paris
and in London.
And in London or Lisbon?
One
of them up there anyway.
Well, you watch the movie. Anyway, they just decided he'd done a conference, and a medical conference, and they were going to make a vacation out of it. So they've got their little, he's probably about 6 or 7 years old. And anyway, they meet a man on a bus, and this man visits with him and with them, and he asks a lot of questions. And Doris Day's character, what was her name? Jo. She was a professional singer, and she'd been in London, and she'd been, all over the world singing, and she was a huge success as a singer until she married, of course, her husband and had a child. And anyway, so she said to her husband, James Stewart, he sure asked a lot of questions. Well, as the story moves on, they find out that he was looking for a married couple because...
To confide in?
Not to confide in, but because he was looking for a married couple because he was trying to stop an assassination. And he was looking for a married couple who were going to carry out the assassination. So, anyway, then...
They whisper. Well, they witness a murder, a shooting in the marketplace. And
a stabbing.
And this very stranger that they had just met earlier that day whispered about the assassination plot and name into Dr. McKenna's ear.
He was the one that was stabbed, and he stumbled out into the marketplace, and this doctor, James Stewart and Doris Day, saw him, and James Stewart, being a doctor, ran over to him, and this man, he was a Frenchman. What was his name? Anyway, he whispered details about what was going to happen. And then what?
Well, his son was taken, kidnapped. Dr. McKenna and Mrs. McKenna, their son was kidnapped, but they could not go to the police, so they had to figure out on their own how to get their son back. And much of the movie is spent with them trying to determine what they can do without police help,
and without their child's safety being endangered. And so, anyway, it's real interesting that in this movie, Doris Day sings the song Que Sera, Sera. So do you want to tell them? This was her first time that she sang it on film.
When she heard it initially, she dismissed it as a forgettable children's song.
Yeah.
But not only did it win an Academy Award in this movie, it became Doris Day's biggest hit. And she sang it in 2 other movies. She sang it in Please Don't Eat the Daisies and in The Glass Bottom Boat. And not only that, for some of us who remember the Doris Day show when it was on TV, she sang it at the theme song for 124 episodes of that TV show. Now, we mentioned earlier, too, in our earlier review about Que Sera, Sera.
On the tombstone in a movie with Humphrey Bogart.
The Barefoot Contessa. And the songwriter had seen that, and
In that movie.
in the
He'd
movie The
seen the
Barefoot
movie.
Contessa,
Uh-huh.
and then he
Wrote the song.
wrote the song. So, and also one other thing about this film, if you watch many Alfred Hitchcock films, you know he always pops up somewhere in his film. And this one, he's very hard to find, but he's in there. He's in the marketplace when they're early in the movie, moving through the marketplace in Marrakesh, I believe it is. But he's hard to spot, and you'd have to go to the movie itself and probably pause it and do a little backtracking, because he's got his back to the camera too.
Yeah.
But he's in the movie there also. And also for James Stewart, I know he's been in several of Alfred Hitchcock movies.
Yeah, he's a big Alfred Hitchcock guy. So.
And this movie, I might add too, was recommended to us by one of our friends. So.
Oh yeah, I think that Susan and Jerry recommended it, but I think Charlotte recommended it to us also. So,
it was like your typical Alfred Hitchcock movie, full of suspense.
yeah,
And kind of frustration, wondering whether they're going to make it work,
Yeah.
which of course in the end they do.
yeah. It's got a really good ending. It's got a really cute ending. Yes, but also the Doris Day was a huge animal rights activist through the rest of her life, but I think this is where it started, wasn't it?
Yes, when she was on the set in the marketplace, she did not approve of the way the animals were being treated. So she had stations set up to make sure the animals were fed and watered properly before she would even go to work on the set.
Yeah.
And after that, like I said, she did become an animal activist through the years.
She was a big animal rights activist.
So with that, I guess we can give it our rating.
Yeah, I liked it. I gave it a 4. I give it a 4. Because I liked it. I mean, it was a good ending, and it was kind of fun, and I love Doris Day, and
it was good too. I think I'd give it a 4 also. Both James Stewart and Doris Day are seasoned actors, and they do very well, and they work well. They seem to have the chemistry in the movie that makes it work.
Yeah, it was good. You should watch it. It's called
The
Man Who Knew Too Much.
Thank you, and we'll see you for our next.
If you want to comment below where you found us, or like and subscribe. We're trying to get up to 25 subscribers. We have real high ambitions. We want 25 subscribers. So if you want to share, if you know anybody who likes old movies, just share and see if they'll like and subscribe and comment below. Thanks.
Thanks.